Everyone, it's Lisa and welcome to A Proverbs Home. I am so glad that you are here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an old-fashioned Christmas. So I hope you have your cup of coffee or your cup of tea. This is my chai tea and it is actually delicious. I am sitting here by my fireplace. This is actually a heater and it has a beautiful aesthetic to it, and it shows the warm glowy fire, and I do have it on warm and it feels so nice and toasty. And I'm here drinking my chai tea in my warm beautiful buffalo check cup. And today I'm excited to share with you, and guess who's here with us too? Elijah's here with us. Some Christmas gifts I found around my home. I didn't go to the store and pick these up. These were things that were in my pantry. These were things that I picked up at thrift stores. These are things that I found in my home. Hi Elijah. I was researching the late 1800s, the early 1900s, and even 1920s, 1940s to see what kind of gifts did people give each other. Now, back in those days, it started getting commercialized like in the 50s and the 40s, late 40s, when Christmas was getting really commercialized, and the TV came out, and they came out with the TV and different things, and people started really concentrating on buying gifts. But back in the late 1800s, even before that, even during the time of the 1900s, early 1900s, people just gave what they could afford. So I thought, voila, what if I go around my home and see if I have some of the same things that they gave back then in my home? Maybe you have some of these same things that you can also give to your friends, that you can also give to family members. Now let's talk about the Christmas stocking. We know the Christmas stocking, right? The red and white stockings that we put up that look like this. Now this is one of my Christmas stockings that I love so much. One has a bear, one has a moose, and it's got the really nice plaid on the back, and I really like this. Well, back in the days, I'm going to show you what they use for Christmas stockings. They use regular socks. They use these kind of socks, and they filled them up with different things and put it by the chimney with care. And that's what they had. They would hang them on a hook and just hang them on the chimney. So they had long socks they would use. Now, do you have long socks in your home? Maybe you can use a nice pair of long socks that you have and stuff them really nice, put a ribbon around them, and give that to someone as a gift. It doesn't always have to be the same thing that we're used to year after year. Now, I love old-fashioned Christmases, and I love the traditional Christmases, but this is part of that. So I was thinking this would be a great idea where you can actually add a ceramic doll. Now, ceramic dolls was also something that they gave back in the late 1800s, in the 1900s. They gave ceramic dolls, especially in the 30s. The little girls had the really big ceramic dolls. They really liked them. And this is a vintage ceramic doll. I'm going to take off the stand. And you can put a cute doll like this in a stocking. And you can also put a pretty candy cane in a stocking, and you can add anything you want. You can add candy, you can add some fruit, you can add a postcard. Now, the postcards also were very well known back in those days. People would give the most beautiful postcards. Now, here is a card that I have, and it's really beautiful. I really like this card. This is actually a Christmas card that pops up. This is a really nice gift to give someone with some mince pie. Just bring them a beautiful pop-up card, bring them a pie, and give that to them for Christmas. Their friends and family would be so happy. I know I would. You know, I would say unless it's someone that's very selfish and they just want something good, they just want something expensive, I don't know, that would be kind of hard, right? But when you know the majority of your family members and your loved ones, they know the true meaning of Christmas. So I was thinking one of these beautiful cards with a nice mince pie or a nice pumpkin pie with some eggnog is a beautiful gift to take to someone's house over the holidays and to give someone and bless them. Something you can make in the kitchen, even some cookies. Something else that was really well known back in those days were the teddy bear. The teddy bear was a gift that people gave quite often in the early 1900s. They put a candy cane. During the time of Theodore Roosevelt, the teddy bear became very, very famous. And it was something that they would like to give. And I love teddy bears. I think teddy bears are cute. You can add a candy cane to a teddy bear. You could also add some fruit. You can just give them a teddy bear with a nice pop-up card and say Merry Christmas. That is a beautiful gift to give someone. Maybe tie a nice red bow around the teddy bear. Maybe put the teddy bear in a stocking. If you have a stocking like this, you just put the teddy bear in there. And it's so beautiful, so beautiful. You can even add some jingle bells, jingle the way. And you can put the jingle bells inside. You can also add another candy cane. And you can even add a little teacup. And you can give that to a friend. Also, another beautiful old-fashioned gift that you can give someone for Christmas. If you have an old-fashioned teddy bear home, maybe you can buy it a little outfit at a dollar store or at a thrift store. Dress it up, put a nice red bow, and give it to someone as a gift. I know the elderly ladies really love teddy bears. I know I do. A doll makes a real special Christmas gift. Now, you want to make sure before you give somebody a doll that they like dolls. So I think that's important, because there are some people that just don't like them. But if you know that it's someone that you've known for a while and they really like dolls, or someone's little girl, this is a great gift to give. You can just give them a nice doll with a tin full of cookies and say Merry Christmas. And that would be so special. Now, I've had this doll for quite a while. This is an old doll, and I've had it for quite a while, and my mom gave it to me, and I really love this doll. And every Christmas I bring it out because she's got on a beautiful Christmas dress. So you could find these kind of dolls when you go to a Goodwill, when you go to a Salvation Army. I see these all the time. They have all different kinds. And you could get a nice doll, clean her up really pretty, put a red bow, and give that as an old-fashioned gift. And that would be really, really wonderful to give someone. Talking about teacup, another great thing to do is to give someone a teacup. You can give them a beautiful teacup and tie a really beautiful bow around the teacup handle. And you can add some wonderful tea with that teacup and give somebody a gift like this. Wrap it up with some of that see-through wrapping paper and put some ribbon and maybe a candy cane, and just give someone a gift like that and say Merry Christmas, and they would really love it. It would be really, really special. If you want to add a little pizzazz to it, you can always add a pine cone. Pine cones always look great. They look great in teacups. They look great with any gift. You can spice up any gift with a pretty pine cone and some ribbon. And like I said, a really pretty wrapping paper, and just make it real special. Maybe you have some old plates in your china cabinet. Maybe something you bought at a thrift store and you kind of got the clutter and you got all these extra plates that don't match. You can always give something beautiful like this to someone. You could give it to them with a box of tea. Put some fruit around it. Wrap it up real pretty and give that to someone. And they would really love it. Here I have some English breakfast black tea. And you can give them something like that. If you want to make it look really nice, if you have an extra teapot that you are no longer using, you can always add that with the plate. And like I said, the plate doesn't have to match. And just give someone a really beautiful gift that they would really love with things that you have at home. Another great thing is the ornaments. Now, people back then used to have ornaments for the trees. And I still give out ornaments for Christmas. What do you give friends for Christmas? I still give them ornaments. Here's an ornament that I got at the Dollar General, and it looks very old-fashioned. It's got a deer inside and a Christmas tree, and it's old-fashioned. This is really nice to give someone in a stocking, give someone with a peppermint stick, with a nice card and an ornament, and say Merry Christmas. And that is beautiful. You could give them a tin full of cookies and an ornament that also says Merry Christmas. Here's a tin that somebody gave me about a year ago. And it came with a card. And they put a flower in it. They just brought it over to my house. We invited it. It was a friend of mine. I invited her, her husband, her children. We had them come over for an autumn cookout. And she brought me this. And it also has this beautiful little stone. And guess what? I have cherished it. I have kept it and cherished it because she gave it to me. And it was simple, but it was so beautiful. I even used it in one of my videos. And she gave me this beautiful tin. So tins were very well known back in the 1800s. It was something that families loved giving to one another with cookies. They brought over mince pie. And sometimes they brought over a nice pot of pumpkin soup or squash or any kind of soup that they made, and that was considered a gift. If you know you have a friend that loves to read these old-fashioned books, this was given to me 2 years ago by a subscriber. It's called Housekeeping in Old Virginia. And I have it. I still have it, and I really love it. It's just really nice, and having these old-fashioned books are so pretty. And in here, I have some of my old flowers that I put in here, and they're dry now. And I just kept that napkin in there because it meant so much to me. Here's another one. I don't want them to fall out. Also give them some cocoa. Cocoa also back then was something that people gave for gift. You can put some of this cocoa, take it out of the regular container, or leave it there if you want. But you can take it out of the regular container and put it in a tin. And they'll have some cocoa with a nice wreath. Simple gifts can put a smile on someone's face. So I hope that you got some ideas today, and maybe something I didn't even mention, that you said, voila, that's what I'm going to do. Share with me, what is something simple that you give for Christmas that you really enjoy? God bless you, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey.